By the end of this video, I want you to learn a little bit more about your shoulders, give you a few exercises that we've seen help a ton of our clients here at Functional Fitness. So one of the things that we look at a lot are people's shoulders, and one of the drills that we do to see how someone's shoulders are operating is it's called an impingement test. So you take your hand, you put it on your opposite shoulder. You want to make sure the hand stays on the shoulder the whole time. Then you're going to lift your elbow up and down a few times. So you'll notice my palm stays on my shoulder the whole time. What a lot of people want to do is they want to lift the palm up to get a false range. So if your shoulders are locked up or they're sitting in the front side of the socket, when you do this drill, you're not going to be able to go up very high. Okay, we've seen some good success with a few exercises I'm going to show you here and getting their shoulder back into a good position and then moving well again. So it's good to test both sides to see what your mobility is, and it should be fairly equal between sides. But we see a lot of people, especially on the right side, this elbow doesn't go up very far and it feels like it kind of gets stuck. Okay, so if you do spend a lot of time at a desk, you're doing the desk jockey thing, you're kind of stuck, hunched over, these chest muscles, the pecs get a little bit tight. The stuff in the back gets a little bit long, and so what we need to do is we need to loosen up and open up the chest, and here are some really good exercises. The first one is what we call like a pec smash or a pec mobilization. So the pec smash, you're gonna get a ball. So we like these balls by Trigger Point. They're a little bit bigger, they're nice and dense. Okay? And I'm gonna use a box here so I can be a little bit elevated. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that ball, I'm gonna put it right here inside my chest and below my collarbone. And now I'm just gonna massage around and look for some tender areas in there. Okay, I'm looking for those hot spots, looking for the spots where it's like, ooh, that kind of hurts, but I'm going to get in there and I'm going to massage around a little bit, okay? So that's the first one, is we want to release this pec a little bit with some tension, like a ball. You can also use a lacrosse ball. That would also work pretty well. Then the next thing we want to do is we want to kind of reposition this shoulder. And one drill that's worked really, really well at our gym is we call it a banded bully. So I'm going to get a band here. We're going to set it up right here on the rig, and we're going to be good to go. With this, a thicker band typically works a little bit better. These green ones are awesome. Big, thick green bands or a purple band, but it's called the banded bully. So I'm going to get around this band. I'm going to loop my hand through. It's going to go right around the front side of the shoulder. Okay? I'm going to get in a split stance so I have good control over my weight. I'm going to go hand behind the back, and I'm going to allow that band to just pull my shoulder back into a good position. I also want to pay attention to rib cage. So I don't want to let myself get super extended. Ribs, pelvis stay connected. Hand behind the back. Sink into it. Let that band pull that shoulder back. So what we're doing is repositioning the shoulder joint. So that humerus that goes into my scapula, we're repositioning it into the middle of the joint. Because with the shoulder joint, we want that humerus to sit right in the middle of that capsule, okay? What happens when it gets a little maybe too far forward, kind of like this, and now I try and raise that arm, I'm going to get a lot of compression and it's not going to work very well. Okay? So that's where the banded bully pulls that shoulder back into this good position. We call it a centrated joint position. So the humerus is in the center of that joint, so now I get good full range of motion. So if you spend a lot of time at a computer, spending a lot of time at a desk, hunched over, or you do this drill and you find that I can't lift my elbow up as high as maybe the other side is, or it feels like it gets stuck, go with the pec release. Try and release this pec. Come in here, do some banded bully, and see if we can get that shoulder repositioned. And then we always test, retest. So once you do the drills, try that test again. And we've seen it's almost like magic. That shoulder moves into a better position as you go. So try this one, check them out. I'm Trevor, Functional Fitness. See you later.